The night you stopped waiting for their message. Before the waiting, there was one normal afternoon. Nothing special happened. That was the strange part. You were both standing outside a small coffee shop. The wind kept moving the paper receipt near the edge of the table. They reached out and held it down with 2 fingers. You noticed that. Not their smile, not their eyes, just that small thing. The way they stopped something from falling. You were talking about nothing. A song playing inside. Someone behind you. Their sleeve almost touching yours. Not touching, almost. They asked if you got home okay later. 4 words. No reason, no big meaning, but you read them twice. Then once more before sleeping. That was the beginning. Not fireworks, not a promise, just one small message that made the room feel less empty. And after that, you started noticing everything. How fast they replied, which words they used, when they typed your name, when they didn't. You did not call it hope. You just kept your phone nearby. You said you were going to sleep, but you didn't. You placed your phone face down, then picked it up again. Not because it rang, not because it moved, just because your mind did. You checked the same empty screen like it might change if you looked softer. The room was quiet, too quiet. So you turned the volume up, then down again, then checked if silent mode was on. It wasn't. You already knew that. And maybe that was when it started. Not the night itself, before that. Smaller, quieter. A few days earlier, you sent them a photo of something they used to laugh at. A crooked street sign. The kind of thing that once would have started a whole conversation. You watched the message send, then watched the word delivered sit there. 1 minute, 9 minutes, 42. You put the phone down, made tea, forgot the tea, came back, still nothing. Then the reply came. LOL. That was it. 3 letters. No question, no second message, no little door left open. You stared at it while the kettle clicked off in the kitchen. And you did something strange. You smiled. Not because it was funny, because your face didn't know what else to do. That was the shift. Not a fight, not a goodbye, just one small reply that arrived without bringing them with it. You remembered one afternoon, a table by the window, their sleeve near your hand, the way they smiled before looking away. You remembered a sentence they probably forgot saying, something small, something careless, but you carried it home like it meant something. You built a whole room inside one moment, put curtains on it, left the light on. You imagined conversations that never happened. Them asking, "Are you okay?" You answering, "I don't know." Them staying. You imagined a Sunday morning, 2 cups on the table, one song playing too low, their phone face down because you were enough to look at. You imagined walking beside them without checking your pace. You imagined being chosen without having to make it easy. There were plans nobody knew about, places you saved but never sent, a movie you thought they might like, a sentence you kept for the right night. You never told anyone, because saying it out loud would make it real, and real things can embarrass you. So you kept the room quiet, dusted it, rearranged it, waited inside it. They never promised to come, but you still listened for their footsteps. You went to the bathroom for no reason, turned the light on, looked at yourself. Not for long, just enough to notice how tired you looked. You almost laughed, because nothing had happened. No fight, no goodbye, no big moment, just silence. The kind that leaves no mark, the kind nobody asks about. The kind you can't explain without sounding too much. You opened the fridge, stood there, took nothing, closed it, then opened it again. You weren't hungry, you just needed another room to feel the same in. The kitchen clock was louder than it had ever been. Every second felt personal. Every minute felt like proof. Then the phone lit up. Your heart moved first, before your hand, before your eyes, before the screen even made sense. But it wasn't them. It was an email, a delivery update, something stupid, something that had no right to wake that much hope in you. You locked the phone, placed it beside you, then pulled it closer. Not close enough to use, just close enough to hear. At 2:08, you told yourself one last time, if they message now, you'll answer tomorrow. You wanted to feel powerful, even just pretend. So you turned your phone over, closed your eyes, counted to 20, then opened them at 6. Because pretending not to care takes more energy than caring ever did. You hated that. Not them. Not completely. You hated the version of yourself that waited so quietly. The one who became small without being asked. The one who made space for someone who kept leaving it empty. Morning did not arrive gently. It just appeared. Gray light on the wall. Cold coffee in the cup. Your hoodie smelled like sleep you never got. The phone was still there, same place, same silence. You looked at it without reaching. Not because you were done, not because you were strong, not because anything had changed. You were just tired in a new way. The kind of tired that does not make a speech. Outside, someone started a car. A door closed somewhere. Water moved through the pipes. The world kept doing small, ordinary things. You stood in the kitchen longer than you needed to. The toast burned a little. You scraped the black edge off with a butter knife. That sound filled the room. For a moment, it was the only sound. No message, no explanation, no final sentence to make it clean. Just morning, just the cup, just your hand resting beside the phone instead of reaching for it. Later they might message, maybe with a joke, maybe with an apology, maybe like nothing happened. And maybe you'll still answer. Maybe you won't. That isn't the point. The point is there was one night where you finally saw it. Not the story you hoped was happening, the real one. You weren't waiting for a message. You were waiting for proof that you hadn't imagined being loved. And the cruelest part was this. The message never came. But somehow you still understood the answer. MindScience, for minds that never really slow down.